Alright, so last spoiler warning. 3, 2, 1, go.
Are you filled with feelings of self-doubt? Do you find yourself prone to minimizing massive dilemmas, or for allowing the smallest problems to get blown completely out of proportion? At the Pierce Institute, our patent-pending Somnosculpt technology provides safe and effective dream therapy while you rest in the comfort of our flagship clinic.
This is that perception
Right
puzzle game.
Overflow
I'm about to do a speed run of it, so...
Somnosculpt will make your
But yeah, they added a speedrun timer, which is pretty neat. So yeah, spoiler warning if you wanted to check this game out for yourself, but I know that you were there when I beat the game. So you saw the end of it. There we go. We're already off to a fantastically slow start.
Terms of service accepted. Congratulations on falling asleep.
So yeah, we're just gonna
Your progress may be monitored
we're just
by
gonna keep
qualified specialists.
speeding through.
This orientation will adapt you to eyelids, our interactive, lucid induction dream state in which you retain full consciousness and control.
That was alright. That room was alright anyway.
Confirmed. You can move freely, interact with
Nyeh.
surrounding objects, and listen to messages from your
Super
patient's care team.
speedy.
Please note that I am the standard orientation protocol, and that my voice has been explicitly chosen to remind you
If I
that
could,
I am not
if
a
I'm
part of
able
your
to get
patient care
a
team.
sub,
I do not care.
sub 28 time, that would be fantastic.
During eyelids, you will lose the ability to awaken.
You had a
suddenly due to
dream like
realizing that this is a
Superliminal
dream.
before you played it?
Evidence. I have already informed you that this is a dream. You did not wake up. Please complete the remaining orientation activities.
No. Hopefully that's small enough. Yes.
All environments perceived during eyelids should reflect a typical mental state. If you believe your mental state was compromised by Somnosculpt, please provide a comprehensive, rational explanation in your post-procedural survey.
Yeah, this is pretty...
Surveys may
I do
be
like this
eligible
game.
for a
Even
gift
speedrunning
card.
it is fun. Stay. Don't fall over. Thank you. Alright, 2
Please
minutes.
stand by for polite recognition on your completion
You
of
work
the
at
Somnosculpt
4:45 a.m.
You did
Holy
it.
smokes, why are you
To
here?
maximize the time allotted for your therapeutic journey, please do not delay in proceeding through the final doorway as indicated.
Okay. Have a good one, Snow. You had a dream like Superliminal after you played it. Nice. I also really like what they do with the loading screens. Like, it's such a small thing, but I like how they... Like, it's not just a normal loading screen. Spew fire. Alright, so I believe we need to go left first, and then right. That out of the way. No. It was really fun looking for all the fire alarms and fire hydrants. Oh, no. Fall. Fall. There. Ay caramba.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to talk to you
Still
about
pretty sloppy,
something
though.
special. So special, in fact, that we have no idea where you are. But not to worry, we're working on it.
I don't know why I try to go for that. On average, it takes... Well, if you know what you're doing, you could probably beat it in like 30 minutes. Like, if you're deliberately trying to speedrun it, you could do it in 30 minutes. But if you're like doing it for the first time and you're exploring and all that, it could take like... It took me around 2 hours. So maybe on average around an hour. Man, my movement is really sloppy during this section.
My name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'm just popping in to give you a quick update on where you are. We still don't know, but please keep moving forward, and hopefully you prefer frequent updates to being reminded that you are completely lost.
Yeah. Super fun. Even if the main stuff is spoiled for you, it's fun to go exploring for all the collectibles. Because there are chest pieces that are really well hidden. And there are things like this fire alarm and fire hydrants scattered throughout all the levels.
To a series of elevators that should trigger your subconscious to gradually wake you up. You should also find a variety of exit signs that should lead you to them.
Yes, I love Dr. Glenn Pierce. He's great.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
That was a good mood room. For me, anyway. Yeah, if you find all the fire hydrants in the game, you get that special Easter egg where the fire hydrants spew fire.
This is an automated message for all patients who attempted to use an alternate pathway to access the next phase of somnasculpt therapy, but who have become trapped in a dream state paradox instead. Your decisions imply a failure of orientation, which reflects negatively on the standard orientation protocol. You will rectify this failure immediately.
We're just playing. It is actually loading, because sometimes it's like laggy for me. Because sometimes the animation would freeze or stutter.
The average adult can only withstand 3 to 5 dreams per night. Once this threshold is eclipsed by entering more dreams, your mind will suffer an explosive mental overload, reorienting you for the emergency exit protocol.
Yeah, there's chess pieces in each level, there's fire hydrants and fire alarms, there are secret there are blueprints.
For the risks associated with explosive mental overload implies a misunderstanding of all other solutions, all of which are far more traumatic and likelier to result in catastrophe.
There's blueprints, and there are
exit this dream as soon as possible.
Constellation rooms, secret constellation rooms. There is also the vending machines, yes, but the only achievement there is to drink every kind of soda. And that's not hard to do. Like, there's not an achievement to find every vending machine. There's just an achievement to get, or to drink all the sodas. The big ones are all the chess pieces, blueprints, and constellations. And then fire alarms and fire hydrants. It just keeps loading dots. Eight minutes out of Cubism.
Hello.
It's about the same as before.
Pierce, and despite
this is the
spooky
one.
Serenity Zone in the previous section you've just completed, you may still be experiencing feelings of worthlessness and self-doubt. Why do I feel like everything is going wrong, even when the sun is shining?
Yeah, this one was kind of spooky when I first played it. I was like, woo. There we go. Die, die, die. Yeah, soda. Are you kidding me? I fell there last time too. Waste of seconds.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to talk more about the feelings of worthlessness and self-doubt I mentioned before. You feel this way because you...
Yeah, lighting is everything for a spooky environment.
The kind you know everyone else is enjoying. And that's exactly why we're here to help.
That was smooth. Usually I bump against the wall.
Warning. You were advised to subject yourself to explosive mental overload.
Do
by
need
descending
this
into
for this section, unfortunately.
A dream instead, disorienting yourself even further.
The game isn't a spooky game, it's just this one level.
Distinction.
What the heck? Oh, there we go. There we go. That's better. That was a little annoying there. Yeah, the red paint really adds to it too. Or this knife that disappears.
Did you know that unintentional multi-dream layering occurs in less than 1%?
Yeah, this is a very short
this
level.
This correlates strongly with the 99%
compared to the rest of the game.
Patients who are able to follow simple instructions from the standard orientation protocol.
Idea. Yes, I did like that one. Alright. Loading. 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 No. Wait, I need this. Stay. Thank you. There we go. That was much cleaner than the last time I did that.
Attention. Dr. Pierce requires you to note the following risks of dream overexposure. Significant memory loss, both quantitative and qualitative. Hallucinations of dreaded or annoying objects. Unrealistic beliefs about the lengths of hallways. And other side effects which have not yet been discovered or which cannot be understood.
Perfect. That was a very big apple. Bingo.
Warning. Dr. Pierce is frantically submitting numerous spelling and grammar mistakes
In a desperate attempt to counsel you.
I have no subroutine to correct these errors, but I cannot compromise the integrity of the standard orientation protocol. You will not receive these messages. They would not make sense regardless.
There we go.
Attention. Dr. Pierce continues to input significant errors. I will interpret his basic ideas. Hello. My introductions are redundant. I am a real doctor who went to doctor school. VR has never been a mistake. I can help you. But
yeah, I was stuck at the apples with the Apple fan room for a while. Yep, the timer is in-game.
Name is my Pierce Doctor.
It's a new feature with the Steam release. Yeah, I like it. It's really nice. Alright, I forget if reflection is next. I don't remember if reflection is next. It is. Perfect. The music is really good. I like the music in this game.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
Oops, wrong way.
This is a notification that you have reappeared on our monitoring system after a prolonged absence.
No.
Please continue to do whatever you did most recently, and discontinue whatever you were doing immediately prior to that.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. Yeah, it does get a little annoying that he says that every time he speaks. Oof, I made myself a little too small here. That's okay. There we go. Not a super big loss of time. Labyrinth is also kind of an annoying one.
My name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. In addition to continuing and discontinuing as mentioned earlier, please also disregard any unsettling experiences that you may have recently had. Everything should have now reverted to being soothing and therapeutic. If this is not the case, you may be receiving this message in error.
I always struggle to get that room done fast. Hello. My name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. Alright, here we go. Walking simulator. Let's go. Oh, nice. Way to go.
My name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to read you my favorite inspirational quote by me. The worst thing you can do is focus on negativity.
Way to go, wasting precious
The
seconds.
cage of death, the pain of disease, the cruelty of time, the cold shell of human nature, or the eventual loss of everything you've ever held dear.
Edges are a little
Whatever you do,
janky in this
don't
game.
focus on that.
Here we go. Please let me fit. I want to fit. There we go. We fit. So far, I think my pace is about average right now.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to thank you for triggering every single one of our 823 emergency protocols.
It is a little
This
strange.
assists us greatly in improving the system for future patients.
It is quite cool. The mechanics are cool. I like them.
Anyway, you're now headed in the right direction, and we should be able to initiate the emergency exit protocol shortly.
That one's also a room I struggle to do quickly. It's a little awkward to size things where you want the size you want to. in a timely manner. This is where the music really starts to slap. Cat. Yep. Cute cat. Alright.
Emergency exit protocol initiated. Please prepare to conclude your Somnasculpt experience in 10, 9, 8.
Labyrinth time.
Error logged by.
Orientation.
This one we pretty much just have to wait for them to finish talking. And you also, by continuing to walk, triggers the talking, so you have to
with an increase in fear, hopelessness, and frustration.
Walk all the way to the end.
This is inconceivable, as Somnasculpt therapy is proven to correlate with a decrease in these emotions. Hypothesis: patient was improperly oriented. Conclusion:
impossible.
Reformulating.
Recombobulating or something.
Improved hypothesis: patient requires additional Somnasculpt therapy. Conclusion: emergency exit protocol cannot proceed.
Can I make it to the alarm clock?
Has been emergency destroyed. Instruction: continue with Somnasculpt therapy indefinitely
make it to the
on
clock.
An independent basis, as all orientation resources have been exhausted.
Got it.
This concludes your standard orientation protocol.
Goodbye. Alright. Now we get to do the same thing for about 3 times. 2, 1. Can we get under 29 minutes? That's my goal. Get under. There we go. Right on the alarm clock. Whoa. Here we go.
Hello. My
Love
name
this
is Dr.
track.
Glenn Pierce. Thank you for completing the Somnasculpt Standard Orientation Protocol.
Ready?
Before we begin the first phase of therapy, I'd like to briefly describe the finite and fragile nature of the dream state.
It does.
Of course, nothing is more challenging than the difficulty of changing perspective, of fundamentally altering your perceptions in a way that will enable you to face dire, trial-by-fire scenarios with solutions that could not be found otherwise.
Alright, now we got... Open. Now. This is probably the most arbitrary puzzle in the game. You have to look opposite the direction that the exit arrow is pointing. Alright, here we go. The first actual level of the game. Boom. So pro. Trippy. Really? Thank you.
Finally, while we respect the unique progress of every patient, you must understand that it is possible to completely exhaust your supply of dreams. Thereby,
Took him 30
entering
minutes.
a state in which you will not be able to wake up, even with the help of triggering mechanisms.
Indeed. Alright, this part I don't like. Because I don't know the shortcut for this section. Alright, we're at the end. Perfect. Wait, I missed it. Dab nabbit. Where'd it go? I never get lost like this. Okay, there. Phew. That was obnoxious. I spent like a good extra 30 minutes there, or 30 seconds.
For the sound of an alarm clock, which will automatically play if you are approaching a destabilizing dream weight.
Alright. Y'all ready for some magic? Boom. So yeah, that part was sloppy. Alright, here we go.
This is highly unusual. It appears you have entered the Somnasculpt diagnostic framework. Patients do not have access to this dream.
Last level.
Unrealistic user dream objects may result in dream integrity fail-safe. Please paradox from creating any refrains.
Yeah, this is where I started. Last time I played this on stream. The music for this part is divine. Also, they didn't put a black border around text for some reason. So you literally can't see. So yeah, now it's kind of a glorified walking simulator. Hello.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and many years ago, I had a dream. I found myself in a place where I understood that each of us begins as nothing, where everything I perceived was shaped by seeing it exactly the way I wanted to. White space.
Gotta zoom. There we go. And now we wait. I'm not sure if this is going to be a PB or not. Yeah, this will definitely be sub 30 minutes, that's for sure. Whoa. But I'm not sure if this will be... I think my PB is like a 29:40 something. This will definitely be sub 30.
I also faced the greatest challenge I could imagine. Because with a lifetime of life itself behind me, and all of the weight that it carried, I realized that seeing things the way I wanted to was not as easy as it used to be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I need to figure out how to do some of the tricks to save a few minutes.
Dreaming now, and further out than anyone has ever come back from. But we hope that you won't get discouraged.
Manifold Garden.
If
Might
this
try
is a
that.
place of pure perspective, isn't it also a place where a different point of view could make anything possible? Isn't that why you came here?
Oh, pfft, I'm an idiot. I lost big time on this one. Yeah, I doubt this will PB. Jeez, that was awkward. Trippy room. Yeah, if you're sensitive to epilepsy stuff. Actually, this might PB. Yeah, this should PB actually. By like 15 seconds maybe? $19, $20, $19, $29, $20. How fast can I click the alarm clock? $29, $22, $2. Yeah, boy. Not sub 29, but that's okay. I actually have an official PB now.
My name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and by now you may have realized that all of this has happened exactly the way it was supposed to. You see,
yep,
everyone
PB.
who comes to the Institute does so because they feel
I love this track. This track is good.
Something important to them. Often than not, the problem is not that the problems we face can't be solved. The problem is that we become so afraid of failure that we refuse to see our problems from a new perspective. And so, we do the same things again and again and again. And therein, of course, we find exactly the failure we were looking for.
Yep, this is essentially the end. Time ended when I clicked the clock. Oh, 1 sec.
Your life will always be a struggle. And you will always have problems. But today, you have the chance to see things differently. Even though it meant facing obstacles that seemed impossible at first, you thought outside the box, and you overcame them. Because you saw things from every angle, you understood them.
Sorry.
What they really were.
Alright, once this is over, I'm gonna have to end the stream.
How far off the path you were told you were headed, or how unexpected it became, you found your way. In a few minutes, you'll be back in the real world. Some part of you will say that none of this was real, so how could it have really meant anything? But, just like the power of perspective itself, it will have been as real as you believed it to be. All you've got to do is wake up.
There we go. That do be the game. Highly recommend picking it up, even though you kind of had the whole thing spoiled for you.